Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the games we have been loving lately in our home. And so if you enjoy this type of content and other homeschool and lifestyle content, please remember to subscribe and let's get into it. Okay, so I have a variety of games that are new-ish to us. They're probably within the last year and a half that we have gotten them. There's mostly games, there's a few STEM things, but there's a variety. And I wanted to share them now because we're going into the Christmas season. And so if you wanted to get them as Christmas gifts for homeschool, for family, for gatherings, I feel like all of them are really great for those types of things, but they're also great just year round. So if you have any family reunions, there's a few of them I think would be really fun for that. There's plenty of opportunities to use them throughout the whole year, not just at Christmas, but since it is the season almost, I was gonna share a bunch, so if you needed some ideas for Christmas presents. So let's start talking about these games and hopefully you like them as much as we do. I wanna start by saying I haven't played all these games. My kids have played all of them, and my husband has played some of them as well with them that I haven't played. But some of them are a little bit more adapted to them and not so much to me. I will explain stuff to them, but then I don't play them. But the first one I wanted to mention that my kids ask for somewhat frequently is Ticket to Ride. And we played the junior one. Is that even what it's called? I don't know. But first one, I don't know. Anyway, I'll link it down below. My kids really liked that one, but it was getting kind of easy for some of them. So we got this one. And they really like this one. It is obviously a lot harder for them to play, but we enjoy it and it's good for geography too, to become familiar with that. At the same time we got that one, we got the Rails and Sails one, which we haven't actually played yet, so I don't have anything to say about that one. But we got the Europe one, and I think this is fun. The hardest part is the names. The names on the back are the names written in their, I don't know, it's just hard. They're written in those countries. And I'm like, where is this? So some of the Russian ones are written in Russian instead of Moscow, you would recognize the names, and it's a little bit tricky to know where things are. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm familiar with some of these names, but when you put them on a map like this, with some of them being in their native languages, it's really hard to find them. So it would be good for world geography and if you want to become more familiar with those places, but I found it a little bit more frustrating, to be honest. So the original one is great. I think it's super fun. And I'm sure the Rails and Sails one is fun too. We just haven't played it yet. So let's see. The next one is Drop It. And have I played this one? I've watched my family play it a few times. This is one that I think would be super fun to take to either a family reunion, or if you have a game night, if you just go hang out with some friends, that kind of thing, a Sunday game night thing. This one's really fun. We've had good feedback from other people that have played it, that they've really enjoyed it. So it's hard to explain what it is like, but you're basically dropping some pieces into a little chute and you have to have them land a certain way and you get points depending on how they land and what they hit and all that sort of thing. And it's just really fun. It's a good game to be able to have a discussion as well. You don't have to be super intensely focused on it, which some games you do, so then you don't want to take them when you're wanting to talk to people because then you don't get to talk to people. So that's kind of my spiel about that, but that's a fun one. Another fun one that at least I've heard that it's really fun in groups is Build Up. My husband's played this a lot. He's taken it with the youth group at church. They really love it. They requested it another time when they were over at our house. And so this is one where you're, stacking the blocks up, kind of Tetris, but not exactly Tetris. Not Tetris, that's not what I'm thinking. Jenga is what I'm thinking. So sort of like that, but not exactly. And they really love this game. And this would be another good one to take to some sort of gathering or to play with a bigger group of people. And it's a lot of fun, but also good just in your homeschool if you needed a fun game to play. And then the last one that I think would be really good for a group and that someone requested to borrow ours one time to take for a group is Ubongo. And my kids, I don't think we've yet to play this game without them fighting. Just because sometimes the kids get it faster, right? You're looking at this card on the back. There's sort of a picture of the card. And you're gonna get, you know, how many pieces you have to fit into that space. So this one is like Tetris, basically. How can we fit these pieces into the space we have left? And some kids are just really fast at it. And sometimes my kids, one of them will be really fast and the other ones won't, and it's really frustrating for them. And they think the other one's cheating just because they happen to get it much faster than them. And so it can be a frustrating game. But we did have a neighbor that wanted to borrow it for a family get-together thing. And so I think it would be a really fun game to play with a bigger group of people, or, you know, take turns playing it, just because it has that kind of group feel to it. And again, you can discuss a little bit more in between. Obviously you want to pay attention because it's about speed. You need to be able to do it fast, but there's also not a ton of super deep, critical, constant thinking involved. So it's a good type of game if you want to be able to have a conversation. Okay, the next game I wanted to mention is Catan. And this one just brings me back to being maybe a teenager, maybe a child. I actually don't know when we played this game when I was little, but I loved playing it so much. And we have only ever played the one with my kids where it has a beginner's map, and so you just set it out the way it says. I know as you get more advanced or whatever, you can lay the deck out different ways. We haven't done that with them yet. They probably are kind of getting there, but there's also Catan Junior, which I think is super fun as well, and it's a game that they could easily play by themselves. And then we have the expansion version, so when we have more people playing, we can also play that. But this also teaches economics, which is what my husband teaches, and so this is a fun game for that, and a good homeschool economics type of a game. So we have that one. And then this one, I might have played this one, Minecraft. We got this Easter or last Christmas, I don't remember. But my boys particularly love it. They love Minecraft. They've never really played Minecraft. They really just haven't. We're just not really into that type of thing as parents. And so they love like getting Minecraft Legos and all things Minecraft, even though they really just don't even know anything about Minecraft. And so this is kind of this is the game, but in a game board type situation. And so they played it several times. I sort of went through it the first time, and I think I didn't understand the instructions because then my husband explained it and it was better. But they enjoy playing this game, and it's been a lot of fun for them. So that's another recommendation, especially if you have some kids that like Minecraft. Maybe you don't want them on the game all the time, so this one they could play together like in real life. Okay, and then the last few recommendations I have aren't exactly like games like the past ones I've shown you. They're just a little bit different, but still kind of activities or STEM type things you could do, or that would be fun for kids. The first one are these puzzles. These are super fun. This is the Magic Puzzle Company, and the cool thing about this is you build a puzzle, and there's a little packet inside, like a separate envelope, that creates the mystery hole in the middle. So when you build the puzzle, there is a big like square or something out of the middle, and then this goes in that, and it creates a whole different picture from what you initially created. It's just really cool. Sorry, that was the puzzle box, not me. But it's just a really cool idea, and there's several of them, and my oldest son really likes to do puzzles, and so this one has been really fun for him. And then what else? So we got these to do for our technology, like exploring technology class that we've been doing, but they're like little magnet sticks, if you can see some of the things that you can make. My kids love these. Obviously, you have to be careful with littles around, like toddlers and babies, but they're all these like little sticks, and they have the little balls, and then you can create things. They're magnetic, and it's super fun for them, and they've really liked to play with them. It's been a great, just like, here, go do something quietly with your fingers over there instead of hitting each other. It's just been a really good activity for them. And then another one we did get for exploring technology, kind of engineering type ideas, was this one. And so I keep pulling my hair, sorry, contraptions, and so they can build some different things, and it comes with these little balls, and they can roll it down and see what they're building, like see what happens with what they built and things. It's just really fun. And again, they've liked this and the magnet things more than I thought they would, so that's good. And then there's these in-talk magnetic blocks. I feel like they might have bigger ones because I initially had gotten these for my toddler, but these ones, at least at the time, were not big enough. You know, they're a perfect size to fit in his mouth. But I think that at my mom's house, they had some, but they were bigger size. And so there might be bigger ones because then they're better for like toddlers and stuff, but they're just magnets, like they're little squares that are magnets, and you can drop them and you can build stuff with them, and it's super fun. All my kids really like them, but last year at Christmas or Thanksgiving, my toddler loved playing with the ones at my parents' house. So I'm not really sure if there are bigger ones, but those are another fun activity. And then the last couple things that we have really been enjoying that have been favorites are bingo. First of all, these are geography bingo cards, but my kids are advocates of any kind of bingo, and you can actually pretty easily make your own bingo cards, right? You just make the table and put in whatever you want, or pictures or whatever, and then you could laminate them and use them forever for learning different things. We like to use them for scripture study, and it's great for like learning the states. These are from Jessica from the Waldock Way, and so I can link these ones down below that come in her geography unit. But they're just a lot of fun. You would say the capital, and they have to find the state. And then kind of along with that is this map of the United States. Is it the right way? Yeah. I was like, I can't tell. And so then they can it has little flags that stick into a phone board, and they can put the capitals, and you could even use that for calling on your bingo cards. If you don't want to use the little paper strips, you could just use this. And then we also have another magnetic United States map that they really like to use, or that's a good visual, that if you had a big magnet board or a big like cookie sheet, they could put it together on there as they were learning some geography. So again, not like typical games like the ones I showed at the beginning, but also things that are fun, that the kids have been enjoying, that help them to learn, and that have just been good in our homeschool. All right, so I hope you enjoyed some of the games that we have been loving lately. Hopefully you gained some inspiration either for your homeschool, maybe for Christmas, maybe for family gatherings, whatever it is you might have coming up soon. And I will leave all the links for these down below. I think all of them are off of Amazon. And so I'll put the links down below if you want to check them out. And if you enjoyed this type of video, please remember to give me a thumbs up and share any of the games that you are just really loving, because we're always looking for new ones to try. And I will see you soon.